Hello, everybody, and welcome to day one of the Summer Breath Celebration. I'm so excited to breathe with you and to be with you. If I am completely new in your world, you've never been with me before, my name is Elizabeth Finocchiaro, and I am a breath worker and a coach, a mentor, and breathwork is really my jam. I've been a breathworker for almost 7 years, and it's really my life, my love. And I'm so excited to bring these 3 days to you. I'm gonna wait a moment and let people join, and feel free to let me know how you're feeling in the comments. I'm super excited to be having these 3 days with you, and it is sponsored by my membership. So Breathe Live is a membership that is 3 years old this year. And that is so exciting. It's 3 years old. And it's one of my favorite places on the internet. It's an incredible community for people who want to plug in for inspiration, who want to do breath work. I love the space so much. Gabrielle is here, so good, amazing. Welcome everybody. Let me know how you're feeling. What are you looking forward to during this 3 days together? And again, I'm just so excited. If you signed up with the email, it's basically just to give you, we're going to be sending really nice recap and notes. It's basically to give you the reminders, the whereabouts of what is happening the next 3 days. So let me see. Yeah, I'm so happy you guys are here. This is so good. I just want to see. I actually haven't been live on Facebook in a moment like this on my computer. Let me see for a moment. Yeah, here we are. So let's see here. Let me know how you're feeling. Today we're going to talk about relationship to self, and I'm super excited about the topic. Tomorrow we're going to talk about relationship to others. Day 3, relationship to life. And we're going to go into a breathwork session. So there's the link if you want to stay connected to what's happening in the next 3 days. So let's breathe for a moment. Relax a little bit deeper wherever you are right now, however you're feeling right now, it's completely fine. So relaxing a little bit deeper, just a little bit more. If you're noticing a little bit of tension in the stomach, a little bit of tension in the shoulders, relaxing a little bit deeper. I'm so excited to be with you all. I'm so grateful that you took the time to be here. So I want to go over, and you can, with most of my classes, if not all of them, I really recommend that you are in your energy. That means if you want to close your eyes and relax and just listen, that's completely fine. If you want to take notes and be interactive in the chat, I love that. I love that so much. But I just think it's important that you take in the information, you take in the experience in whatever way feels right for you today. So some information about today is that there's going to be a giveaway. So if you share this video or you share one of the graphics that you got when you signed up with the email, and you'll get them later if you're in that as well. If you share your experience, maybe a screenshot of the video or a screenshot of your space, your breathing space, whatever, even of yourself, your beautiful face, and you tag me. So either you share it on Facebook, this actual video, or on Instagram, you share a picture of your space, a picture of you, a picture of the branding for this 3 days, and you tag me. You're going to go into a draw, and every day, so tomorrow, the next day, and the day after, I'm going to be picking 2 winners that will get a month inside of Breathe Live for free. So this is sponsored by Breathe Live, my membership. I love it so much, and I want you guys to experience it. So if you share this on Facebook or on Instagram and tag me, I'm going to pull 2 winners, and you will know who wins tomorrow for today's draw. So make sure you tag me so I can put you in the draw. I might not see it if you don't tag me. So how is everyone feeling? Feel free to write in the comments What is your vibe? I'm just going to get up the notes. Some reason they went away. There we are. Relaxing deeper into your space. I'm excited to go into the session with you guys as well. Let's see here. Yeah, it's been a minute since I've gone live on Facebook, I can tell. So happy to be here. Oh, here you guys are. Now I see the comments. What's going on here? Okay. Giving myself time and space just to be, to soften and feel the body. Ooh, I love that. Hello, excited and ready for connection. So good. So happy to be here. Ah, amazing. So good. All right. Yeah, excited to go inwards. So good. Love this. Thanks for showing up, everyone. All right. So before I talk a little bit, I'm going to do a teaching segment for every day. But as I said, close your eyes, let this go in, let this sink into your experience, and do it in whatever way feels good for you. So before I go into a little bit of talking about what we're going to talk about, relationship to self, I want you to relax a little bit deeper again. And just notice, how are you really? Without going into a story, I just want you to notice your body right now. So are you experiencing any tensions? So just noticing the body right now. Noticing where you're sitting, what you're sitting on or laying on. Noticing the clothes, how your clothes feel on your skin. Noticing any tension that might be building up or already there. Just noticing the body. Now I want you to notice any emotions you might be feeling. Maybe you're feeling excited. Maybe you're feeling overwhelmed. Maybe you're feeling joy, grateful. Maybe you're feeling sad. Just noticing your emotions, not attaching too much to them, just noticing and being aware of how you're feeling right now. Great. And then noticing your thoughts. What thoughts might you be having right now? Trying not to attach too much to them, letting them come and go. I'm just noticing them, noticing your thoughts in this moment. Great. And then noticing your breath. How is your breath right now? How is your breath? Great. So simple, right? To just notice the body, notice how you're feeling, notice the thoughts, notice your breath. And the key word here is just noticing, right? Being aware of, relaxing, going into more of a non-judgmental state. I teach this a lot within the breathwork trainings that I do and the work that I do within breathwork, the sessions. A really great key is this non-judgmental state, and how healing this state is when we can just observe without judging, when we can let things be, especially in the relationship to ourself. I think this is so important. Noticing your body without a story, without a need, without something that needs to happen. Noticing your emotions without having to fix them or judge them or make them wrong. right? Noticing your thoughts without having to even compound more of your thoughts, right? Thinking about something and then you're upset that you're thinking about something and then you're annoyed that you're upset that you're thinking about it, right? So just letting the thoughts come and go a little bit easier. And then noticing your breath, not judging it, not wanting to change it in the exact moment. That creates space. The embodiment of non-judgment towards ourselves creates space for something to move. When we judge things inside of ourselves, I really feel it's like putting a wall up between the thing and what you want. You're making something wrong. And I really believe, and I also just want to say, everything I say today, please have discernment. Feel into if it's right for you, if it's aligned with the way that you want to live, the way that you want to perceive reality. Please have discernment. Please feel in your heart and just know that everything I teach is through my own embodied experience and mostly through working with breath, people, and life experience. So I notice the more I judge myself, the more I actually separate from myself. The more I observe, the more I just be aware, and I keep the connection. And when I keep connection, things can change. When I keep connection, things can change. Yeah, happy breathing anniversary. Thank you so much. So sweet. Oh, sending so much love to you all. Thanks for all the good energy. Feeling good. Nice to close my eyes. Pausing. Yeah. So good. So how we have it with ourselves in our lives really create and influence the space and the relationships around you. I'm sure you guys have heard before that the relationship to yourself often sets the standard of relationships towards others, right? The relationship we have towards ourselves often set the standard of relationships we have towards others. And I have noticed many, many times through all different types of relationships, the more good that I have it with myself, the more that I am grounded and inspired. So I'm grounded and creative, because I think there is such thing of being maybe a little bit too grounded where you're not even moving, but being grounded and moving, where I'm feeling like I'm not going over my own boundaries. I'm not really going over my own, I feel good. This feels right for me. That my relationships respond really well to this. Life responds really well. Have you guys noticed, for those of you who have your eyes open and want to interact again, when I keep connected, things can change? Yeah. So have you guys noticed sometimes where things don't seem to be like clicking, things don't seem to be kind of working, and it feels sticky and it feels like something like this, and you try to change things outside of you. So you're like, maybe it's this, and maybe it's that, and maybe it's this. Really to realize, then you take a shower or something, and you feel really good, or it's just like a little moment of less resistance. It's a little moment of feeling good. And suddenly things start to open. And usually it's hard to notice these moments because you can find these moments in so many things. There's not just one way to connect, right? It's not just breath. It's not just some sort of practice. It can literally be a shower, or going for a ride in your car, or going for a walk, or having a conversation. And I really suggest, and this is what the work that I do with my clients as well, is being aware of what kind of gets you in to your flow. Because there was a time in my life where I was actually tracking what got me out and what got me in. And to my surprise, the list was on. So I would write down the date, I think the time as well, I don't remember. And then I'd say what got me out. So it was a conversation with someone, I got triggered. It was, getting upset with myself, being hard on myself about a certain thing. And then I would document, how did I get out of it? I called a friend, I went for a walk, I did a workout, I had a breathwork session, whatever it was. And it went from as simple as like cooking food to having, therapy. It went from that's the spectrum, at least what I experienced. So the relationship we have with ourselves is so important. And I really feel it's like a thermostat for other relationships and life responding to us. And this can be frustrating because there's some moments where you might feel like things aren't really working out and maybe you're tired. And I get that. I really get that feeling of being tired and just being like, hey, are things gonna start working out for me? Like, I'm a good person. I mean really well. I have good intentions. Why are these things happening? And I feel in these moments, there is an invitation. There is maybe a slight of this maybe victim energy of why isn't this working out? And it's coming from more of a wounded place within me. So we really want to relax that place, go into a state of lesser resistance to reconnect to ourselves. This is the state where there's less judgment, more acceptance, maybe a little bit less attachment, and less reactivity. And those are 3 really key elements that I teach a lot within my breathwork training as well. Non-reactivity, non-judgment, and non-attachment. So this is so important to always go back to make sure that you are feeling good. I mean, it's quite simple, but I understand there's so many things in life that can come in the way of the relationship with yourself. And it gets tested, and it most likely will get tested, because I feel humans that are really wanting to connect to themselves and really feeling like aligned and powerful, and it's like this powerful energy. When humans are fully themselves, it's a powerful energy, authentic. When that's happening, there often can be, hurdles that we have to go through, deconditioning that we have to go through. I don't know if you can relate. Maybe there's going to be decisions that come up. Maybe there's going to be boundary things that come up for you, right? And this is work that I go deeper within my programs and things like this, emotional intelligence, setting boundaries, clear communication, values, standards. I can't tell you enough. It's in almost every single class that I teach. I talk about values and how values set the context of your life. At least in my perspective, they do. Whether you have them consciously or not, because I believe you can have subconscious values as well. Really focusing on what your values are in your life, I really think that they set the trajectory of your life. They set what's important for you. They set standards. And as humans, we look for what's important for us, right? We attract, in a sense, our values. So how is this landing for you? We're going to go into the breathwork session soon. I just wanted to give like a little bit of, reminders, a little bit of, some seeds or some nourishment to remind you to take care of the relationship that you have to yourself, and to remember that when you are good with you, your relationships will respond. Life will respond to this. And I know we all know this, but it's so easy to maybe you've put yourself on the backside a little bit. Maybe you've prioritized other things a little bit. And it doesn't always have to look like a long list of all these practices and all these things to do. And in one way, we don't really want it to look like that. Of course, at some point, you need to learn some techniques. Maybe there's some new things you want to try out. And there's definitely, techniques and teachings and concepts that can really help us. And then you apply them, and it's like really changing your life. But at some point, we really want this to be a way of being. that you are someone that walks with your values, and they're felt, and they don't necessarily get threatened so easily. And you'll see how life will respond. So I really recommend, some homework for today would definitely be diving into what are your values in your life? And what are some standards you'd like to set for yourself and your relationship to yourself? And inside Breathe Live this morning, we had a teaching call about expectations. And it was such a beautiful call. And I talk a lot about sabotage as well in my work, like in my emotional intelligence program and things like this, talk a lot about sabotage, because sometimes we set such high standards for ourselves. Like, I'm going to be the best at this. I'm going to be this and this and this and this, only to realize that there's part of us that want us to fail. And when we put these huge expectations on our heart and our spirit, it can actually do the opposite effect. So it's so important when you choose your values and when you choose your standards in your life that they feel authentic, and they feel like, okay, I could be having a really bad day and I would still be aligned with my values. So that you don't have to have the best day of your life to be aligned to your values. To be authentic, to be respectful, to be honest are amazing values that I can hold when I'm having a great day, and I can hold when I'm having a bad day. So I'm always going to be in the realm of love and acceptance with myself, because even if I'm having a terrible day and I messed up, I can still be honest, I can still be authentic, and I can still respect myself and other people, even if I mess up. But if I have this expectation to be the best at this thing in the world, and every day I expect myself to do all these things, well, if I don't do it, then I fail. And parts of us love that. They love this feeling of failing because it's safe for many of us to experience that. So it's really about choosing standards in your life that can hold you even when you're having a bad day. Does that make sense? Is this landing for you guys? Take a nice big breath in and let it go. Such an important topic, yeah. So I just want to talk about one more thing before we dive into the session. And it's about trust. Yeah, it's landing so good. I'm so happy. It's about self-trust. I remember I am very lucky because I had a mentor since I've been 14 years old. My aunt mentored me with different little practices. Yeah. Oh, wait, there was another comment that came up. Okay. Thanks for sharing. Yeah, so happy it's resonating. So I was lucky to be mentored from such a young age with just simple practices, mindset practices, integrity practices. And one of my first practices I got at 14 years old was about self-trust. And my aunt told me, she said, I want you to make your bed every single morning, because it was not a habit that I had. It wasn't like a huge value of my parents to have like a perfect, clean, tidy home. I made my bed, but it wasn't like an everyday thing. And she said, I want you to make your bed every single day. And I said, okay. I didn't really ask why, because she wasn't going to tell me. She was just saying, make your bed every single day, report back in a couple weeks. So I made my bed every single day. And what I realized was there started to become a habit of doing something I said I was going to do every single day. And then the next piece she gave me was, every time you say you're going to do something, I want you to do it. So she was challenging me, if you say and I was 14, so obviously still living with my parents. I was, going to school. And she said, if you say you're going to help your mom with cleaning, do it. If you say you're going to do this, do this. And I remember this moment was such a turning point in my relationship to my mother, because I finally started to take responsibility, and I finally started to care a lot about what I said that people could start to trust me and that I could start to trust myself. Because I can imagine, being a teenager, there was probably many moments where I said, yeah, I'll do it. And then I didn't do it, right? Because, what are they really going to do? In my situation, of course, it could have been being grounded or something. But, you play with fire when you're a teenager a little bit. But I started to realize, wait, my word is important. I want to do what I say I'm going to do. So I started to do that at a young age. And I realized that this was building self-trust. And this is something that I live by. And I'll be honest, this is something that I'm not nailing every single day. I make mistakes. That, again, is wrapped up in my relationship to myself. I allow myself to make mistakes. I love being messy. Some of you that know me a bit more or, have been clients in my world for a while, I make mistakes. But I always show up and I fix them and I communicate and I'm here. And I think that's the trust. And the self-trust is so important. And I feel it's a really sacred relationship as well. I think there's like a helicopter outside for those of you in Breathe Live earlier, there was a whole helicopter thing and now there's another helicopter. What's happening with the helicopters? Oh my gosh, it's happening. So self-trust for me is a sacred relationship, and this is something I feel is so important, and it's okay if you slip up. Like I said before, I am really not a perfect human being, and I don't have a standard of being perfect, because then I would just fail and be upset all the time. So, but to make it sacred, to make it important, means that you always go back to it. If you go out of it for a while, if it's sacred and important for you, you will go back to it. You will return to it. It will be quite high on your list. Even if you step out for a day, a week, a month, at some point, if something is sacred to you, if something is important to you, you will come back to it. So make it important. Make self-trust important to you. I also feel that protecting your heart and protecting your values is also very important in a very sacred relationship. So the values that you have as an individual and your heart, so what you go through, how you feel, how you process, what things are going in your internal world, that is worth protecting. So not opening your heart to just anybody, only opening your heart to people that can actually hold it. So that's what I mean by protecting your heart. Just taking care of yourself, making sure you're around the right people, making sure you're around the right environments. And I feel that is also very sacred and very important. And protecting your values. If you feel like something is going against your values, have the courage to speak up, to communicate, to put boundaries down. And again, this is work that I love talking about either inside Breathe Live or in my other programs as well. So I just want to make sure I'm not... Yeah. So I think we'll start to get into the session. I just wanted to share a little bit about my world and how I see things when it comes to relationship to self. It is very sacred. Your relationship to yourself should be sacred. It should be protected and honored and important. So really, really making it normal as well. Not just being like, oh, I just need a little bit of time for myself. Like, no, my life is one step for me, one step for you. One step for me, one step for this person. One step for me, one step for my art. One step, just always checking back. How are you doing? How's your body? How are your emotions? What do you need? What do you want? How is your breath? Are you actually comfortable? It's so important. Self-trust is a sacred relationship, and if it's sacred and important to you, you will always come back to it. So make self-trust important to you. Yeah, so good. So good. All right, so let's dive into the embodiment part of this. I'm going to be weaving into this session, teachings and essence of relationship to self so that you get to experience it. You get to breathe into this yourself. So As most of you know, and if you don't know, doing this type of work with the breath can bring up emotions. So just make sure if anything gets too intense, you just slow it down. I have a very calm and gentle approach. So there's going to be no pushing, there's going to be no forcing, there's going to be nothing like this. It's going to be all about just staying aware, relaxing a little bit deeper, and just keep the breath moving in whatever way it wants to move. So if it wants to move slowly, go as slow as possible. If it wants to go a bit faster, go a bit faster. So we're giving space for the breath, and we're giving space for you to relax a little bit deeper. And for me, it's so simple, but so much can happen and I've been working with people for so many years with this, and the more simple I keep it, the most incredible things are happening. So if you can just stay awake, stay relaxed, and keep your breath moving, you're going to be doing great. If you start to feel tingling in your hands or on your lips and you feel like it's uncomfortable, just know that it's completely normal, and just relax the breath a little bit deeper and relax your body and just kind of back off a little bit so that you can just orient yourself. I think it's another helicopter. Had a whole thing about helicopters right now, and there's just what's this happening? What? There is a sound of a helicopter in Athens, Greece, exactly the same time. That is crazy. Yeah, there's a whole thing about helicopters happening right now, and it's just an incredible story. So that's amazing. Thank you so much, Carissa, for sharing that. So yeah, if you're feeling anything uncomfortable, relax into it, and just write on the comment if there's anything you want to, if there's anything you want to share. We're here for you. So, you're not alone, but don't push, don't force. And I really recommend having a space to lay down. If you want to start sitting up, it's no problem. Just make sure you have space to lay down. Just make sure you have space to lay down. All right, so I'll just give everyone a moment to get into the positions. We're going to be breathing for around 45 minutes, so it's going to be an experience. And if you need anything, if you want to write, or that can also be really grateful, really helpful if any insights come up or anything you feel you would like to remember. So I'll just give everyone 1 minute. I'm going to put on some music. Let's see if you guys can hear it. Like I said, it's been a little while since I've done this. So just let me know if you can hear this music. And if it's bothering, then I'll just turn it off. Just let me know. Now we're going into the more embodiment part of this. So let me know about the music. If you feel like it's a little bit too kind of annoying, I'll turn it off and we'll do without music. And let me know if you feel like it also sharing. How did those teachings land for you? Was it nice reminders? Did you enjoy? Okay with sound, not too loud. Okay, thanks. Yeah, I don't want it to be like such a big thing, but it's nice with a little bit of... Sounds good. Oh, perfect. Hannah, you're here. So good. The crew is here. A lot of my breathworker past students are here. The music is perfect. So good. I find it amazing how a lot of my current and past clients still want to join the free things that I hold. It means the world to me. I'm so happy to have you guys here. The music is perfect. So good. All right, so relaxing a little bit deeper. And I always say this because it's not about just relax. It's about relaxing a little bit deeper. So it's not about going from 100 to 0. It could be going from just a 10% more or a 5% more. So just noticing, relaxing your legs, relaxing your hips. Relaxing the space around your ribs. Relaxing your chest. Just scanning through the body, just relaxing a little bit deeper. Relaxing your jaw a little bit deeper. Relaxing your eyes. Relaxing your shoulders, your arms. So just allowing yourself to relax into whatever it is that's holding you. And I want you for a moment to call in all parts of you and invite them to come back. I really feel like throughout our day, throughout life, parts of us can still be other places, like in other conversations or other locations or thoughts or with other people. And also maybe other spaces that we don't completely understand, or I don't completely understand. So it's just inviting yourself back. Relaxing a little bit deeper. So just inviting parts of you to come back to this moment right now. In this moment right now, just to be with your body, your emotions, your thoughts, your breath. Relaxing the judgment. Maybe you have a judgment of, oh my gosh, I'm taking this time. I should be doing something else. I should be doing something for someone else. See if you can just relax that for a little bit and see if you can really land in this place of like, it's okay to be with me right now. It's okay to focus on my energy right now. Great, and I'd love for you to take a big breath. Take the biggest breath you've taken today, really filling up stomach, rib cage, chest, and relax on the exhale. One more time, stomach, rib cage, chest, and relax on the exhale. Now I want you, in your own time, to start a conscious, connective, circular breathing pattern. And what this means is that you inhale and you exhale, and then you inhale again and you exhale again without pausing. And you get to start whenever you're ready, whenever it feels good to start for you. Maybe you want a couple more minutes relaxing. Maybe you want a couple more minutes just doing nothing. Or I also want to invite you to breathe through your nose. And if at any point you want to go to your mouth, it's no problem. So just really trying to keep it in the nose, in and out. And if at any point you go over to your mouth because you want to do a ah, or your nose gets cloggy, stuffed, maybe your nose is stuffed, then go to the mouth. It's no problem. So I'm going to start a breathing pattern. You can join me if you want. If you're not ready, join later. And here we go. So we'll exhale first. Then we'll begin. You breathe in and you relax. See if you can relax quicker, softer, more gentle. Just letting it go on the exhale. Opening and expanding on the inhale, getting up to the heart, getting up to your chest as well, and then relaxing and letting go on the exhale. And you want to keep this circular. And again, it's not about forcing, it's not about pushing, it's not about speed, it's about feeling, it's about connection, it's about presence. Keep breathing. Breathing in. And if you need to breathe through your mouth, just relaxing and letting go on the exhale as much as you can. You're doing great. Many years ago, I read this mindfulness book, and it was saying how you can eat a whole clementine and not be aware of it, and you won't get the same amount of nutrients as if you could just eat one slice with awareness. So what that's basically saying is you will get more nutrients, this book was saying, you will get more nutrients if you eat just one slice of a clementine with awareness and connection than if you would if you ate the whole thing without connection. And of course, I went straight to the breath. You will get more out of one breath with connection than you will out of 10 breaths or 100 breaths that are not in connection. There's something very special when your awareness connects to the consciousness of the breath. Awareness and consciousness together. It's very powerful. Oftentimes the breath is subconscious, right? Just going on without the awareness. So see if you can breathe in as if you were eating that one slice, that one breath. And relax on the exhale. Breathing in. Relax on the exhale. Breathing in. Relax on the exhale. And you can slow it down, or you can speed it up. And just notice the body. Did you start to tense up anywhere? Reconnect, check in with yourself. Can you relax a little bit deeper? Can you relax a little bit deeper? Because you can always relax a little bit deeper. Just noticing your body, noticing your feelings and emotions, noticing your thoughts, noticing your breath. Can you let it be? Can you let yourself be for a moment? Breathing in and out. Breathing in and out. And just noticing if your awareness is going anywhere outside, just keep welcoming it back. Without judgment, without this big reaction, oh my God, I'm doing it wrong. Oh my God, I'm stepping out. Just welcome yourself back. That has been one of the most profound things on my healing journey, is to always welcome myself back home. Whenever I feel like I've stepped out, whenever I feel like I've gotten a little bit out of place, that I return with less and less judgment. And of course, learn the lessons and be accountable for anything that happened. But in the end of the day, come from this place of welcoming myself back. What's the next step? Let's go together. Breathing in and out. It's been one of the most incredible things about my journey, is to allow myself to start a new day with like the blankest canvas I can possibly have. And to be with myself as much as possible. So breathing in and out, keep it as circular as possible. And if it's feeling intense, you slow it down. You're here, you're present, you can do that. If things are getting too intense, get a new rhythm so that you can be present, that you can be with yourself. That's another thing as well, finding your rhythm that's sustainable for you in your life. And of course, at some points it will go faster, some points it will go slower. And that's the dance, that's the beauty. That's why it's important in the given moments to find the rhythm. What rhythm does my breath want to have right now? And in life too, what rhythm do I need right now to do this with joy, to do this aligned with my values, to do this in a good way? How can I do this? What rhythm do I need to do this in a good way? Do I need to slow down and take a moment? Do I need to speed up? Do I need to inhale a little bit more? Do I need to exhale a little bit more? Keep the breath circular. Relaxing on the exhale. And you can pick up from anywhere. If you feel like you've got out of it, if you feel like you're just getting into it, you can pick up from anywhere. Just start breathing. Breathe in and go a little bit beyond. So expand the stomach, the rib cage, the chest just a little bit more. Just a little bit more. And relax on the exhale. One more time, breathing in just a little bit more. Being curious about that extra breathing room. And then relaxing and letting go on the exhale. You're doing great. You're doing great. So breathing in through the nose, and if you need to breathe through the mouth, it's no problem. Relaxing and letting go on the exhale. Just one moment, softly, gently, quickly, or just letting it go. Breathing in and relaxing on the exhale. Something I've also discovered through conscious connective breath work, and then I applied it to life, was that I don't have to go hard, I don't have to push, and I don't have to have extreme experiences to change. And I definitely don't need to have extreme experiences to connect to myself. It's a choice, it's a path, and I mean, this might sound a bit strange, but it's a short path because I'm already I'm here, right? And sometimes we are out of the body, we are somewhere else. That's why in the beginning it was all about calling yourself back in. But I realized some of the most incredible sessions that I've had, they've been soft, they've been quiet, they've been still, they've been very simple. And I've had experiences that I can't explain in words. And the experience is just being really in my body, being really in my heart, and being really within spirit or something bigger than me, than my identity. So that's a gift and a energy that I love to give. You don't have to push. You don't have to try hard. And that's something to always check in with in a breathwork session. Are you trying really hard to get somewhere? I would recommend relaxing that energy, relaxing a little bit deeper, and just choosing the next breath that is the easiest breath. Relax the body, choosing the next easiest breath, letting it fill you, letting go on the exhale. You're doing great. One breath at a time. You're doing amazing. Seeing if you can connect to the breath of lesser resistance. How can it be just a little bit easier, a little bit more natural? What's your breath? Relaxing the body and just letting it come in. Relaxing the body, letting it come out. Not trying to make it a certain way, not trying to do a certain thing. Invite the breath in. Have the intention. Energy loves invitation. Energy loves an invitation. The breath loves an invitation. Invite the breath in, say welcome. And relax on the exhale. And do that enough times, you're gonna start to feel something very, very beautiful. Because that's the energy of non-interference. That's the energy of not trying to make something happen. It's already happened. There's so much already happening. There's so much already happening. So invite the breath in. Let that be your job. and relax on the exhale. You're doing great. Invite the breath in. And relax on the exhale. Let that be your job for a little while. See if you can do that. Relaxing your body, relaxing the emotions, relaxing the thoughts. Invite the breath in. That's why I feel like doing value, understanding and really knowing your values are so important, because once they are set, you're on a trajectory. If you have authenticity as a value in your life and you make that important, then the trajectory is set. And intentionality work, being intentional in our lives as well, I think is so important, because when we set an intention, it's like setting a GPS. And then the job there is just to breathe, to walk, to breathe, to be, to live. It's not to check up on it every single day if it's happening. It is happening. So we need to notice it. We need to see it. We need to keep breathing in a good way. In a way that's not interfering constantly with the process. So you're breathing in. Relax on the exhale. Keep breathing. And if it's getting intense, you slow it down. Stay conscious and orient yourself. If it's getting intense, remember where you are, in the exact room that you're in. Remember the date, where we are, what time it is, who you are in this moment in your life. That can really help coming back to the body. Stay with yourself. Stay as much as possible in this moment, because there's so much for you here. And there's definitely a time and space to go different places. Some of you might be somewhere else right now and it feels good, and that's totally fine. But if it doesn't feel good, then I really invite you to orient yourself. Maybe touch your body a bit. Remember where you are right now. Maybe tap the heart, tap your shoulders, your forehead, just remembering you're here right now. I'm present right now with you. Give yourself that moment to stay here in this moment if you're going too far out and it doesn't feel good. Give yourself some time. And then keep breathing. Softly, gently, just invite the breath in. Relax and let go on the exhale. I feel the relationship we have with ourselves is a relationship that we should constantly be checking in on. It shouldn't just be a thing on the to-do list. It shouldn't just be a chore or something that needs to be done once a day. It's a constant feedback loop with your life. I talk a lot about looping within breathwork as well, within my training. And it's a lot about connecting into what's happening around me and then what's happening within me. and that this loop is constantly happening, that I don't lose myself. And I think this is the concept that I've understood, is that if you don't loop into yourself, this is when people go through experiences of losing themselves, right? This is so common. People share it all the time. I lost myself a little bit here because that loop didn't happen enough. So I loop into what's happening around me. I bring my awareness into what's going on outside of me. And then I bring my awareness of what's going on inside of me. Bring my awareness in what's outside of me. I bring my awareness of what's inside. This loop is so important as a practitioner, but also just as everyday life. That we take care of ourselves constantly. We're constantly checking in, constantly relaxing a little bit deeper, constantly feeling good where we are, constantly checking in, little bits. And then of course we want to do a practice. We want to do a breathwork session like today, or we want to do a meditation or go to a retreat. Of course, we love that stuff, right? It feels so good, that extra energy to put aside to just go deeper and have uninterrupted space to be with yourself and others. And that's amazing. It feels so good to do that, right? But wouldn't it feel good to do that stuff out of extraness, out of I just love to be in these spaces. I love to explore. I love to heal in safe environments. I love to be around people who get me. I love to be inspired. Instead of feeling like taking care of yourself is a chore, an emergency. And it might be, sometimes we get to points in our lives where taking care of ourselves becomes a bit of an emergency, and that's fine. Just hopefully you learn from that and don't have to go through it again. And it's a process, and we all are going through different things in different capacities, in different spectrums. But little check-ins throughout the day, looping into your awareness around you, looping into the awareness within you. How are you breathing in this space? How are you feeling in this space? Can you relax more? Good. So keep the breath flowing, breathing in and out, circular breathing. Breathing in and relaxing on the exhale. Breathing in and relaxing on the exhale. And circling back to what I was talking about earlier, about how the relationship to ourselves really set the thermostat to the relationship to life, the relationship to others. I remember this time once where I was feeling a little bit stuck. And I was talking to somebody, and I was saying that I need to figure this out. It was something I needed to figure out. And it was my partner, and he told me, "You'll figure it out." And I felt like I don't need to figure it out. I need to connect to myself, and then it will be figured out. And this rings true so many times in my life, where I think there's something to figure out, but really I need to connect to myself, and things will figure out. And I'm not saying that things just constantly figure themselves out, but that I'd get the answers, I get the clarity, I get the confidence, I get the inspiration, I get in the right space to take the right decisions and to do the right things and to feel the energy behind me, to feel the force behind me. So oftentimes we don't need to fix the things around us. We just need a deeper connection to ourselves. So opening, expanding on the inhale, breathing a little bit beyond stomach, rib cage, and chest, expanding a little bit beyond. Relaxing and letting go on the exhale. Opening and expanding on the inhale, stomach, rib cage, chest, a little bit more. Relaxing on the exhale. Great. So I want you to start to just notice how you're feeling. Some of you have been breathing for quite some time now. So just feeling, how does it feel? How did the buildup of the energy feel for you? And being this intentional with your breath, making your breath so important. How did that feel? It usually feels quite sacred. It's like this energy that you can't really explain exactly. So just starting to notice and relaxing into what is there for you. And if you're feeling a bit of frustration, maybe you didn't get to a place you thought you were going to get, it's also important to notice, to relax into. It's a real experience. It's super normal to feel frustrated, to feel like I didn't get where I was supposed to go. Like, this is a very normal human experience. So can you relax into that? There's so much coming up for me right now, and I'm just like, I can't put it all into this one session. But what's coming up also is this frustration can be a way in as well. It can be a door if you let it be. But oftentimes we see frustration and we turn around, make it wrong, judge it. If you're feeling frustrated right now, relax into that. Do you have the willingness to embrace that, to be okay with being frustrated? It's just noticing how you feel, relaxing a little bit deeper into it. And slowly just letting go of the breath, not needing to do anything with your breath anymore, not needing to make anything happen, just letting it come and go. Don't worry about doing the inhale. Don't worry about inviting it in. Just relax a little bit deeper and really allow yourself to be. So not needing to do anything anymore, not needing to make anything happen, not even the inhale. And if a big breath wants to come through, of course, let it happen. Yawn, stretch, move. Let that happen. And just returning to the complete relaxation, the non-doing. Don't worry about your inhale. Just relax even deeper. And I want you to just reflect a little bit now. And if you don't want to do it now, do it later. But for those of you who are open now, just reflecting, what values are you holding in your life, both consciously and subconsciously? seeing if any words come up for you. What type of standards are you going to hold yourself to that can hold you on your worst days and on your best days? I would love for you to make that for yourself. And they don't need to make sense for others necessarily, but it really needs to make sense for you. It needs to be authentic for you. And it needs to be something that you remember every single day, that gets ingrained into your spirit, your breath, your body, your heart, your words, your thoughts, your emotions, your being. Into everything you do, this feeling should be felt. The words that you speak to yourself on your worst days and the words that you speak to yourself on the best days comes from the same place. So just really relaxing and seeing what comes up for you. What are the values that you want to have in life towards yourself? What standards are you holding for yourself? So taking your time slowly to move your body, bring your awareness into the room that you're in, the time and space that you're in. Maybe you want to stretch, maybe you want to write something, slowly opening your eyes whenever you're ready. And if you feel like you'd like more time, if you feel like you're not complete yet and you really don't want to sit up, you really don't want to look at the computer screen, I totally get it. Just keep relaxing. Just keep being in the energy. The most important for me is that you feel good and that you feel safe. That's the most important. If there's anything you'd like to share, please reach out to me, put in the comments here. But if you feel like you'd like to rest, then rest. And just slowly returning, for those of you who are ready to come back, and feel free to share your experience. How are you feeling? What came up for you? What values are becoming present, becoming important for you? What standards are you going to hold yourself to on your best days and your worst days? Let's connect a bit before we log off for the night, for the day. Just take all the time you need. Take all the time you need. It was wonderful. So good to hear. Thank you. It was like coming home and I felt so much love. There's a lot of love in these bodies of ours. So good. Thanks for sharing that. just taking all the time you need, maybe moving around a little bit, maybe you want to write or reflect, just making sure that you're feeling safe. You might feel a lot of emotions, you might feel a lot of things stirred up, but you can also feel safe in that. You can also say, hey, I'm going through some stuff right now, but I'm here. That's also totally normal. So I'm really grateful we got to spend this time together, that we got to breathe and connect, and that I got to share a little bit about my world, what I'm doing behind the scenes, what I'm doing inside of my spaces, my courses, my program, my membership. These are the type of conversations and the works that we do together all the time. So nice, amazing. Values, love to myself, love to others. It's profound to be able to hold that value of love, that standard of love in your life. So no matter what, there will be love. And it can look very different, right? Sometimes it's fierce love, sometimes it's a boundary love, sometimes it's an intimate love, sometimes it's a friendship love, sometimes it's an admiration love, sometimes it's a playful love. But there's always love. How beautiful is that? How beautiful is that? That's one of the most incredible values. You're so welcome. You're so welcome. Yeah, feel free to share the values that have been coming up for you, that you're going to hold to yourself, that you're going to hold sacred. I'm excited for day 2. We're going to talk about relationship to others. Such a great topic. And we're going to breathe into it. And if you want to be in the draw to win a spot inside Breathe Live for a month, just share this video or take a picture of your space, take a picture of the graphic that was sent to you, and you can share that and tag me. And also, if you register for with the link that is pinned here, you will get recap notes, you're going to get quotes, you're going to get replay links. When you're in the email thing, you get reminders. It's just to help the process go smoother and just kind of give you some nice vibes in the email box. So gentle, so lovely. I love a good gentle session, don't we? Deep. A lot of my students, when they train with me after some time, they find out that slow is the new fast. Soft is the new, intense. That's how it is in my world. Thank you, sweetheart. Oh, thank you so much for showing up. Incredible. So I'll stay on for a little bit more. If you feel complete for tonight, thank you so much for showing up. I'm excited for day 2. It's going to be at 11 a.m. And if you want the schedule, where it's going to be, all the reminders and all the things, just register at the link so you'll get all the things. And have a beautiful night. Take really good care of yourself, and feel free to connect. If there's things you want to share with me, feel free to send me a message, to write in the comments here. I'll go back and read the comments if you're watching the replay as well. Kindness. Thank you for sharing your loving kindness. You're so welcome. It's my pleasure. Thanks for being here. Self-trust. Wow. So no matter what, there's trust, right? On the biggest days, you celebrate the trust, and on the lower days, it's like you're still there for you. You can still show up for yourself. It's powerful. And boundaries. Yeah, having clear boundaries, knowing how it's important to know where you are, to know what you need. This is super important on the best days and the low days. And play, to have fun. Keep lighthearted. I love that. So good. The values are very sacred. And once you commit to your values, they will give you so much in your life. Like I said earlier, they will create a trajectory where so much will happen within just the intention of committing to a value. I really believe it. Such sacred work, in my opinion and my experience. So I'm super excited for day 2 tomorrow, and I'll stay on for a couple more minutes. If anyone wants to share more in the comments, I'll be here. Let's integrate, let's be together. And if you feel complete for today, have a beautiful night. Take really good care of yourself, as I said already, and stay with yourself. Even amongst a big group, check in with yourself constantly. How am I feeling? What do I need? What do I want? Excuse me, just had to sneeze. Thank you so much. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Love from Mexico. Amazing. And right now I'm in France, so love from France. We have quite an international crew here. I love it. Amazing. So I hope I see you tomorrow as well. And continue the journey together. And you can go back and watch this video, go through the session again, listen to it again. Feel more relaxed and distanced from my issues that overwhelmed me earlier. So grateful, so good to hear that. Oh, there's so much. I get so inspired when I lead sessions. The teachings kind of just pour through me and up, and it's like, wow, there's so much I would love to talk about. It's always like this, but it's also perfect. We also need space. We need a lot of space to let things land. Yeah, it was perfect and much needed. Oh, you're so welcome. Thanks for showing up. So I'm sending you all so much love. If you're still resting, continue the rest. Continue to take care. If there's anything you feel you would like some support with, please reach out. Write in the comments here. I will come back. I will be there to read and to connect. Thank you for trusting me on this journey tonight, or whenever you're doing this, if you're watching the replay. Such a lovely space you're making, Elizabeth. Thank you so much. You're so welcome. I'm so grateful that you guys can feel the space. I love it. I love to create spaces for you guys to come together. And you're all so amazing, and you all have so much in common. And when we breathe together, we feel this connection, really. Inside my membership, it's like a family. We can feel each other. It's insane. It's so beautiful. And within my courses as well, it's just such an incredible experience. But even here, it's like I feel you guys. I feel you. And that's why I love doing these free events as well, because I just love connecting with you all, and I love, creating new relationships and have you guys experience my art. This is my art. This is my work. This is what I love to do. And I'm just so grateful I got to share it live with you all. Yeah, you're so welcome. So take good care. Have a beautiful night. And I will see some of you tomorrow. Okay. Bye, everybody.